The world is holding its breath. And make no mistake, this is bigger than just one brutal attack. This is the unraveling of a dynasty, the collapse of an empire, and the fight for a young man's life playing out in front of millions. King Harris is clinging to survival in the ICU while whispers of betrayal, conspiracy, and revenge flood every corner of the internet. T isn't a superstar right now. He's a father begging, praying, and crying for mercy. And every single second, more leaks are dropping. More insiders are talking. And more secrets are clawing their way into the light. But here's the truth. If you think this story ends here, you're already behind. Every heartbeat in that I see, you could be the spark for the next revelation. Every anonymous tip, every leaked clip could shatter the world we thought we knew about fame, family, and power. And if you aren't locked in, you'll miss the moment it breaks. So don't scroll away. Smash that like button right now to push this story higher, because the world needs to see the truth before it's buried. Flood the comments with your theories. Who's behind this? Was it prison politics, old rivalries, or a chilling message aimed straight at T? Your voice isn't just noise, it's part of the investigation. And above all, hit subscribe and turn on notifications this very second. Because the next leak could land tonight, tomorrow, or in the middle of your sleep. And if you miss it, you'll wake up to find the internet already on fire without you. This isn't gossip anymore. This is survival. And the storm isn't over. The night Atlanta stood still began with a single siren. Outside the walls of Georgia State Correctional, nobody knew the chaos unfolding inside. But by the time the news broke, it was too late. King Harris, the son of hip-hop legend T.I., was clinging to life after a brutal, calculated attack behind bars. Not a brawl. Not a scuffle. A hit. A strike so vicious, so merciless, it left him unconscious, bloodied, and gasping for breath on a cold concrete floor. Whispers rushed through the prison faster than the guards themselves. They set him up, one inmate reportedly muttered, eyes darting nervously as alarms wailed. Another, speaking under the cover of anonymity, claimed they lured him where cameras don't work. This wasn't random. Security footage that should have captured everything. Gone. Officials called it a malfunction. But the internet immediately called it what it was. Too convenient by the time paramedics rolled King's stretcher into the ICU. Social media had already erupted. Hashtags like #PrayForKing and #JusticeForKing were trending worldwide within minutes. Candlelight vigils popped up outside the hospital, fans holding signs reading "Protect Our Prince." But even as prayers flooded timelines, conspiracy theories multiplied. Why now? Why him? And most chilling of all, who ordered it? Inside the ICU, the scene was heartbreaking. Machines beeped in rhythm with a fragile heartbeat. Wires and tubes covered King's body, his face swollen. His skull bruised from what insiders say was a makeshift weapon. A padlock stuffed in a sock swung with deadly precision. Nurses whispered it wasn't meant to scare him. It was meant to kill him. And then came the footage. Not of the attack itself that conveniently disappeared, but of T.I. himself. Collapsing outside the hospital doors, crying out, "Don't take my son. Don't you dare take my boy from me." Cameras captured every tear, every tremble. The man who once ruled stages with swagger and dominance now looked like a broken father begging for mercy. The clip went viral within seconds. Millions of views, thousands of memes. Some mocked. Most mourned. All were obsessed as the story spread. Leaks began to drip into the frenzy. An alleged audio clip from a nurse inside the ICU hit Twitter like a bomb. Her trembling voice whispered, "This wasn't prison politics. This was personal. Someone wanted him silenced." The clip hit 1 million plays in under an hour, sparking a wildfire of speculation. Was this connected to T.I.'s old beefs from the early 2000s? Or something King uncovered inside those walls? Celebrities weighed in almost immediately. Meek Mill tweeted, "This is deeper than rap. Protect King." Cardi B went live, tears in her eyes, telling fans, "We need answers now." Even 50 Cent chimed in with a cryptic post. The past, don't forget. The past, don't forgive. Fans tore the internet apart, dissecting every word, every emoji, every pause, desperate for clues. Meanwhile, outside the ICU, Tiny King's mother collapsed multiple times in the hallway, screaming, "Why my baby? Why him?" Witnesses described the scene as apocalyptic. Fans gathered outside chanting, "Justice for King! Justice for King!" while others demanded resignations from prison officials. And then, the leak that turned suspicion into rage. An anonymous source dropped a supposed recording of a prison guard admitting, "We were told not to step in. We were told to let it happen." His voice was steady, chilling, as if this was just another shift, another order followed. Social media exploded. Protesters marched to the prison gates. Posts accused the system of being complicit, of letting a 20-year-old nearly be killed to send a message. But to who? And why? Whispers of a rival gang connected to T.I.'s past began swirling. Anonymous Reddit posts claimed the attack was ordered as payback for debts that were never forgotten. Others insisted this wasn't about gangs at all, but about secrets. Secrets King might have stumbled onto behind bars, smuggling operations, corrupt deals, even ties between guards and outside players. He knew too much. One alleged insider posted, and they made sure he paid the price. Inside the ICU, doctors battled desperately. Twice during the night, nurses claimed King flatlined. Twice, he was brought back. By dawn, his brain activity was fluctuating. A doctor allegedly told the family if he survives, he may never be the same. T refused to accept it. Clutching his son's hand, he whispered, "Fight, boy. Daddy's here. Fight." The internet couldn't look away. Every update was shared, reposted, dissected. TikToks broke down theories. Instagram Reels replayed T.I.'s meltdown. Twitter threads linked the attack to old beefs, lost deals, and industry enemies. Fans weren't just watching a tragedy. They were living inside it, and then came the most terrifying revelation yet. A nurse, speaking to a friend in a leaked DM, allegedly wrote, "He was hit with orders from outside. High up, this wasn't about prison. This was about power." Screenshots of the message spread like wildfire. Who had the influence to make prison guards look away? Who had the reach to send a message to T.I. through his son? One cryptic post from an unnamed industry producer read, "When you play with fire, sometimes the flames reach your family." The internet froze. Was this about music? About money? About revenge? Nobody knew. But everybody had an opinion. The vigils outside the hospital grew larger. Fans sobbed in the streets, holding candles, chanting prayers. Some carried signs reading, "T, we stand with you." Others demanded, "Name the attackers. Name the traitors." Inside, Tiny screamed at hospital staff, begging them to save her son. T.I. stormed the corridors, demanding justice, threatening lawsuits, and vowing he wouldn't rest until he knew who orchestrated this nightmare. And then, just when the chaos couldn't get worse, a burner account appeared on Twitter. It posted a single blurry photo. King beaten and bloodied, hooked to machines in the ICU. The caption read, "This is only the beginning. More receipts coming." Within minutes, the account vanished. Deleted. But not before the image went viral. The family begged for privacy. Fans demanded answers. The internet demanded blood. And as the sun set over Atlanta, one truth became clear. King Harris wasn't just a victim. He was a pawn in a game far bigger, far darker than anyone could have imagined. And then the whisper. The chilling rumor that shook everything. King hadn't just been attacked. He had been warned. Hours before the assault, he allegedly told a fellow inmate, "Something's coming for me. I can feel it." The leak of that statement spread like wildfire, leaving the world on edge. If King saw it coming, why didn't anyone stop it? Who silenced him? Who pulled the strings? And most terrifying of all, who's next? The storm had only just begun. The storm had only just begun. The world hadn't even processed the first wave of leaks before the internet was slammed with another bombshell. At exactly midnight, that same burner account returned. A shaky, grainy video clip uploaded for less than 5 minutes before it vanished, but not before fans ripped it, shared it, and replayed it across every platform. The footage. Blurry figures in correctional uniforms standing over King Harris as he lay on the ground, motionless. While laughter echoed in the background, the caption was even more haunting. Orders followed. Payment received. Screenshots of Cash App transactions began surfacing almost instantly. For deposits, large sums, split between accounts allegedly tied to correctional staff. Fans were stunned. Was this proof that King's attack wasn't just negligence, but a paid hit? Twitter went feral. Hashtag TI setup trended alongside hashtag Justice for King. Some fans accused the prison system of corruption. Others pointed fingers at old rivals from TI's past. And a chilling faction insisted this wasn't about music at all. This was about power, money, and silencing secrets. Then came the voicemail, leaked onto Instagram by a page notorious for exposing celebrity drama. The audio was grainy, but clear enough. A male voice, reportedly belonging to a guard, muttered, "They told us to let it happen. If anyone asks, cameras failed. That's all we say." The voice cracked with nerves, as if speaking the words alone put his life in danger. The internet erupted. Protesters swarmed the prison gates, chanting, "Say his name. Protect King." Atlanta was on fire, not from violence, but from outrage. Fans demanded the governor step in. Influencers cried on live streams. Celebrities from Snoop Dogg to Rick Ross posted cryptic messages, fueling suspicion that the attack was tied to the wider hip-hop world. And yet, the leaks didn't stop. A screenshot circulated of an alleged group chat between inmates. In it, one message stood out like a knife. "Don't touch him till the green light." Other read, "They paid heavy for this one. Don't mess it up." Fans froze. If authentic, this meant multiple people knew King was a target long before the assault. Inside the ICU, doctors worked frantically. Rumors spread that King flatlined a second time. Nurses, their faces drained, whispered to family that the damage to his skull was catastrophic. One anonymous insider claimed the boy's fighting, but his brain activity is unstable. He's hanging by a thread. T.S. stayed glued to his son's side, his voice hoarse from screaming. Clips of him pacing, shouting, "This ain't over. I'll burn this whole system down," flooded TikTok. Fans labeled him a broken man, yet also a warrior father ready to fight the machine. Meanwhile, Tiny collapsed again in the hospital corridor, clutching her chest as paramedics tried to steady her. Videos of her anguish spread across Instagram like wildfire, leaving millions of fans in tears. And then came a new, sinister twist. Screenshots of alleged text messages between two unnamed music industry figures. One text read, "He was never supposed to survive." Another, "Now T will finally understand." The messages sent the internet into meltdown. Who sent them? Were they real? And what did they mean? Speculation spiraled. Fans theorized about rival record execs' old street beefs, and even whispers of an organized effort to cripple the Harris legacy. Reddit threads lit up with claims that King uncovered something inside the prison's smuggling operations, money laundering, and became too dangerous to leave alive. As the leaks spread, a chilling Instagram story appeared on a page allegedly run by an insider. A black screen with the words, "King wasn't the only target. Watch the next 48 hours." Within minutes, the post was deleted. But screenshots had already gone viral. The Harris family's pain became a global spectacle. Paparazzi swarmed the hospital. Fans crowded the streets, chanting prayers, holding candles, and demanding justice. Helicopters buzzed overhead, capturing the chaos. Celebrities poured gasoline on the fire. Nicki Minaj posted a cryptic message. "This ain't no accident. Some people play too dirty." Drake dropped a single broken heart emoji on Instagram. Nothing more, yet enough to ignite thousands of comments. 50 Cent, always cryptic, posted, "Y'all still don't get how deep this goes." The frenzy reached its peak when an audio leak, allegedly from inside the ICU, surfaced. The recording captured T.I.'s raw voice, trembling and breaking, as he begged his unconscious son, "Don't leave me. King, don't let them win." The world listened in silence, hearts breaking in unison. Within hours, it was the most shared clip on Twitter. But the night wasn't done with its cruelty. At 3 a.m., another burner account appeared, this time dropping a single line. Proof drops at dawn. Attached was a blurry image of a USB flash drive resting on a prison desk. Fans went insane. Was this the smoking gun? Was this the evidence that would expose everything? Memes flooded the internet. Conspiracy theorists camped online all night, waiting for dawn. Meanwhile, outside the hospital, emotions boiled over. Candlelight vigils turned into marches. Protesters clashed with police, demanding answers. One supporter screamed into a news camera, "If this can happen to T.I.'s son, it can happen to anyone's child. Enough is enough." By the time the sun rose, Atlanta was a city split in two, one half grieving, one half enraged. And at the center of it all, King Harris lay fighting for his life. His family shattered, his father broken, and a storm of conspiracy swirling around him. As dawn broke, the world held its breath. And then, at 7:12 a.m., the flash drive leak hit. A video, uploaded for only 60 seconds before being pulled offline. But the damage was done. The footage showed guards standing by, unmoving, as King was dragged and beaten. But the nightmare only deepened. At noon, TMZ dropped a bombshell. Leaked documents allegedly tied to a federal investigation. The files suggested ties between corrupt prison officials, organized crime, and shockingly names from the music industry itself. T.I.'s past rivals were whispered about in dark corners. Fans connecting dots with strings of theories on Reddit and Twitter threads, so detailed they read like FBI files. And then, Chrissy Lampkin posted a cryptic Instagram story. Sometimes the sins of the father reach the son. Within minutes, she deleted it. But fans screenshotted it, dissected it, and made it go viral. What did she know? What did she mean? The speculation became unbearable. Meanwhile, Tiny collapsed again in the hospital corridors. Her screams echoing, "Don't take my baby. Please, God, not my baby." The raw audio of her wails was leaked online, quickly trending as one of the most heart-wrenching moments of the year. Fans described it as impossible to watch without crying. Celebrities couldn't stay silent. Nicki Minaj tweeted, "This is murder, not an attack." Rick Ross posted, "Too many secrets in this game. Too many lives ruined." Jay-Z broke his usual silence, writing, "Corruption is the real killer." Each post poured gasoline on an already raging inferno. By mid-afternoon, the burner account struck again. This time, posting an email screenshot allegedly between two unnamed industry figures. The subject line, "The Harris problem." The body read, "If the boy goes, the father crumbles." Mission accomplished. The internet imploded. Who wrote the email? Were these real power players in music? Or was someone planting fake receipts to fan the flames? It didn't matter. Fans believed. And once the internet believes, there's no going back. The protests outside the hospital escalated into near riots. Fans screamed at police, demanding arrests. Chants of "Who ordered the hit?" echoed through Atlanta streets. Vigils turned violent. Fires lit up the night, and then the Harris family broke their silence. T.I., gaunt, hollow-eyed, stepped outside the hospital. Cameras swarmed him. His voice cracked as